Happy Transformer Tuesdays. I was clearing out my closet of old packaging I've kept just because I love the boxes and stuff. And so yeah, I gotta throw this fellow away just to make some space, but I love this artwork so much. Hella cool. That's why I kept the thing. And as I was picking that up, I was like, you know what? I haven't reviewed any of these figures. So for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to review both of these guys. And let's look at Megatron first. All right, there he is. And you can see he rolls all right. We got some wheels down there, but they don't roll perfect. But this guy is great. I think this color scheme works way better than the original that this is a remold of. Like, just that dark gunmetal gray looks so good there. I've always been a fan of Megatron in that look, and I actually have his cannon in this mode right here, but you can also remove this middle bit right here and attach that to the side and just have the drill straight up on there. And let's just show you what that looks like, because that's the default. This is how he's supposed to be, is just like that. But I think the other way looks a bit cooler, and you get the drill out a bit farther, because he's going to have some trouble drilling really deep into stuff just like that. But this is a really cool tank. I like it a lot. It's a fun twist on the original Megatron design. I haven't read any of the IDW comic books that this is apparently based on, but this is Megatron before he becomes the leader of the Decepticons, when he's just a mere miner. And I love all the caution stripes on there. Not much in paint really, but you got a little bit of reds in there along with the yellow and black caution strips, and you get a little bit of that gunmetal silver. Nothing really popping too much, but the little bit of color does burst out on it, but especially with that pinkish purple right there. Very cool. Let's transform the fella, huh? Just wanted to spin him through there. So first thing, dude, just take the accessories off, and he's very much like the original Megatron there, but just get that all out of the way. Kind of snap that open a little bit there, because these are locked in, and just get that going. Untab these here. You can see we got little tabs going right in there. Do that, and then we can lift that up, and we're going to kind of rotate that out and just straighten everything up. Bring that back in. And we're just kind of aligning the legs out there. Although you don't necessarily got to do it in this order. But spin that around. And then make sure you get this lined up, and we're just bringing these around here. They're just gonna kind of tab right in there. And we almost there. So you just want to get that popped out from underneath there, and we're just gonna bring this back. Gonna close those in, and then it's just gonna fold back and hitch into place. And then you just gotta kind of straighten them out a little bit. Get the head going and bring the hands out. There we go, straightened out. One of his ankles wasn't clicked in proper. So got him straightened and fixed the camera a little. Just connect this right here and you make yourself a little pickaxe and you got the cannon there. So so you can have dude like that. I also like to plug it into the back right there, and that just leans more into his classic look there with the one thing sticking off his shoulder. But real nice looking figure. He's got all the articulation you'd think. You can swing out there, you move out like this. You also got a spin there. Got the knee. Kind of like not really anything there. That can wiggle a little bit, but not like it's proper supposed to. You have the waist articulation for the arms. You don't really have anything with the hands, but you can spin that around there. You got the elbow. You can also move that around, in and out, swing that around. Just yank the arm off. Can somebody lend me a hand? That's just on a mushroom peg there, and that'll sometimes go off, so just slide that back up and get it in there till it pops. But yeah, that one will happen to me sometimes. He's got a little bit of a movement with the head, and he's got this bit here that goes up and down. So he's a fun figure. I like him a lot. Let's get a better look at his actual molding there. He's got some good sculpt molding. The colors are great. I like the little bits of red there like classically has. The head sculpt looks good with all the coloring. The red's real nice. We still got more of that caution tape there. Real funny. The back looks pretty clean too. Nothing really hollow showing. There's a bit of a backpack, but it ain't too heavy or too bad. He can still do some good poses. So let's get him in some. Watch out. Damn! Fuck! His cannon got even cooler. Yeah, this figure's dope. I like him a lot. You can do some fun stuff with him. You can't do the craziest poses and things just with the bit of the backpack there. And, you know, depending on how loaded you get the one cannon, that'll tip over in with the weight too and factor into how you're posing. But he still holds it out there pretty solid, just keeping straight. You just can't really do any of those super nutty like one-leg poses. Or can you? Yeah, this one's a whole lot of fun. I like him quite a bit. But let's get him straightened out and transform him back. Future me here editing in this comparison shot I forgot to do. Here we got that original, I believe it was Siege Megatron I have, that's based on this same mold here that this Tyranny 2-pack is from. But both in the same pose pretty much, both doing the same thing, looking pretty good. But this one's definitely cooler for being a unique, specific take sort of a thing, and fun colors and stuff, whereas we already have a more accurate and better looking Megatron that just came out earlier this year, although I ain't picking it up. And here we can see both tank modes side by side. Very cool. This one isn't a like real tank, but it looks a lot more like a real tank, whereas this one looks more like a fantasy sci-fi sort of thing, which makes sense, it being the Cybertronian mining vehicle. But very cool. I can dig it. Alright, so dude's all straightened out. First thing to do is just flip those wrists inside and get that tucked in, and you can just kind of flip these inside, and that'll just be as it is. Then you can twist that around and sort of pop and lift this up and undo the arms there. And you're just going to kind of lift that all around, and you spin these around, get that out of the way, and then these over here we're just going to pop open and simultaneously just pull these kind of out and in and tab these bits in there, in with these tabs in the hole there, and these are just going to kind of go right in there. You see what I'm saying? So that just kind of push that in so it locks tucked into place like that. And just kind of ratchet that closed and over in there, and you just gotta fiddle with that a little bit, and don't mind the arms on the other side. We'll get to those full and proper later. These lift that open, and you're pretty much just twist this in here and slide that around, and then close that back down. And this tab right there will go into this hole right there and sort of lock that into place. So pop that open, get that out, ratchet that in, and then just swing that in. Bring this down as you twist it to the side, and then lock it into place there. And we're pretty much done. Now we just got to get our cannon here. Let's take that apart. Pop this on, and these tabs right here are going to lock right there. And that's just going to close in, and you can straighten these out, as those will probably come a little bit unhinged. And you can twist this around if you want the handle tab to be facing downward, or you can have it upward, whatever you like. I prefer it below like that. And this is how it's supposed to be proper. But I do like it with this thrown in the mix instead of just hanging out on the side. And it extends the length of the drill cannon a bit, and makes it just more of a weapon proper. So yeah, that's Megatron right here in his OG mining tank form. I like him quite a bit. He's a whole lot of fun. I'd say I like him even better than the actual tank version I got from the what was it, Siege or Earthrise, about it's been about 7 years now, I want to say. 7 or 8 years. Man, that's actually getting really old now. But this is a great retool of him. Great color schemes. I like it a lot. The concept, I didn't read the comic. I don't really know the whole thing with that version, but I dig the idea of a mining tank Megatron, and this is a fun toy. Big recommendation if you can still find that box set. I originally got it for $50, which was like $25 per figure, which is a great deal. But if you're paying crazy on the aftermarket, I might say it's not worth it, but a whole lot of fun. So thank you for joining me, and next week we'll be coming at you with this fella right here. We'll talk to you then.